Alright, so question 1 is a 2011 question, right? So I'm going to solve all the type 1 question and type 2 questions respectively. Okay, so we need to sketch this graph of y equal to negative bracket x minus 3 bracket x plus 1 bracket. Okay, so first of all, sketching the graph, right? So if you want to expand also can, but actually don't need lah. But okay, you want to expand, you will notice that this is actually a set face. Then second, you want to find your y-intercept, right? So y-intercept sub your, let me just write the y-intercept first. So sub x equal to 0. So this is 0, this is 0. Okay, so so you see negative. So here's negative 3 bracket. Then here is positive 1. So you will still get positive 3. So your y-intercept is positive 3. Then after that, x-intercept, x-intercept you just put y equal to 0. Okay, so when you put y equal to 0 here, right? So you put 0 here. The negative can get rid already. So if you solve for x, x is either equal to negative 1 or positive 3. Okay, because the so-called negative, you can throw away. Okay, last but not least, you want to find your turning point. Okay, turning point. So turning point, this is your maximum point. But that one I will show you how to find the turning point. But let me just sketch first. Okay, so it's a set face. So I roughly draw the set face. So it's here. Okay, so this set face has a y-intercept of 3. So here is 0, 3. Yeah, just put in terms of coordinate form lah. Okay, then after that, the x-intercept is negative 1 and 3, right? So here is negative 1, 0. Then here is positive 3, 0. Okay, the last but not least is the turning point. This is the crucial part, because this turning point, I believe, constitute for 1 mark. Okay, so first of all, is the turning point is always right here. The x coordinate of this turning point is always is the midpoint between the negative 1 and positive 3. So if you label, right, so here will be 1. Okay, so your x, not 1, 3 plus negative 1 is 2, right? 2 divided by 2, 1, right? So here is 1. Okay, but of course I need to find my y coordinate, right? So this is where you have to submit already. So you look at this equation, look back at this equation, you submit 1 here, 1 here. So your y is equal to negative. So 1 minus 3, here is 1 plus 1. So it's negative. This is negative 2. Then here is 2. So if you calculate correctly, you should get positive 4. So this is the y coordinate of your turning point. So it's a maximum point, right? So yeah, so everything is done. So now we move on to the part B. Find the equation, write down the equation of the line of symmetry of the graph. So the line of symmetry means that it's something like a mirror image. I can cut the graph into exactly half. So this is always at your so-called turning point. Because if I draw like a dotted line right here, right, this is symmetric. Okay, and this equation is a vertical line. So whenever you have vertical line, it always passes through the x-axis, right? So you must start with part B. So x is equal to positive 1. Because why positive 1? Because the dotted line passes through the x equal to 1. So that's why it's x equal to 1. Okay, then part C, actually don't need already, right? Right, find out the coordinate of the maximum point. So this one I already done for you already. 1, 4. Alright, so this is how we do the type 1 question. So the type 1 question, especially when you see this kind of form given to us, right? So we just use the type 1. Don't need to like expand out, then after that do our complete the square. There's no need to do that. Alright, okay, so now I move on to another type 1 question, which is the question 4. Question 4 also same thing, right? So you note it's a 2017, a more recent question. So it's negative bracket x minus 8, x plus 3 bracket. So I want to sketch the graph. So first thing, the shape. The shape is very important. So if you expand it out, you will see that it's actually a negative or a set face. Second, let's find our y-intercept. So you put your x equal to 0. So negative 0 minus 8, right, bracket. Then here is 0 plus 3 bracket. So you see is negative 8 bracket, then positive 3 bracket. So it's positive 24. So the y coordinate is 0, 24 bracket. Okay, the third will be our x-intercept. So x-intercept will sub y equal to 0 lah. So 0 here, negative x minus 8 bracket, x plus 3 bracket. So you can throw away the negative, right? So this is throw away. So your x is equal to positive 8 or negative 3. Alright, so last but not least, of course, not to forget our turning point. So turning point, we have to sketch first before we can find. So turning point, not turning point, let me just sketch first. So our x-intercept, all these are done already, right? So you just do your sketch. Right? Okay, so now we put in the labeling. So this is 0, 24. And here is negative 3, 0. Then the other part is 8, 0. Okay, so now everything is almost done, just that the turning point is not yet done. Okay, so now we look at the middle point between this 8 and negative 3. So you find the middle point. The middle point will be 8 plus negative 3, right? 5. So 5 divided by 2, 2.5. So here will be 2.5, right? So here will be 2.5, comma. So now I want to sub in my x coordinate into my equation already to find my y coordinate. So this 2.5, this is 2.5. Okay, so let's put in the calculator. So you should get around roughly for the y-axis, y coordinate should positive 30.25 bracket. Alright, so now you have done everything already. So this is a very good sketch of our quadratic graph using our type 1 idea or type 1 concept.